James McSweeney. James, you are after the face-off with Mariusz Pudzianowski. How was it?
Yeah, it was fine. You know, Mariusz is a class act, and of course, both of us believe in ourselves. He believes he's going to win, and I believe I'm going to win, and that's the point of the test. So, you know, it's just fun and games until then.
Okay. We can see that there is a lot of respect between you two.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've been around a long time, so yes, of course, respect the guy. He's been and done a lot of good things, so of course you have to have respect. But you know, I've knocked out a lot of people I've respected too.
Okay, so the question is about your preparation, about your camp. What about every injuries? How do you feel? What about your health?
Well, it's been over a year now since I fought, which is the longest time I've ever taken off, just to get my health back on track. And I've had many fights now over the years, nearly over 200 fights as a professional. So my body is fully recovered. I'm hungry to fight, and my preparation is over in Holland. I'm training with my coach Lucian Carbin and Alistair Overeem and Valentine Overeem and a lot of good guys in Holland to push me and test me. So I've been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu work with the Gracies, and I will definitely be ready.
As I heard, this was your an idea to have a fight with Mariusz Pudzianowski, not KSW proposal. How does it look like?
No, I saw online that there was going to be a show in Dublin. I've been made healthy 6 months prior to that, and I was training hard and I felt good. And of course, I'm Irish, you know, so I have Irish family back there, and I never fought in Ireland, and it's a great opportunity to beat up somebody that's have a big following. So Mariusz is growing; he's getting a better opponent, so it's a good test for me.
Yeah. You think that you are going to have a lot of fans there in Dublin?
Yeah, right now he's a little bit obsessed with popularity. I'm more obsessed with training hard and winning fights.
Okay. And what about KSW and selling the tickets? Do you think that this whole arena will be full?
This arena will be sold out for sure. To be honest, without Mariusz has a lot of popularity, but then so do I. There was no one else that they could fight against. They could bring up any other name. It wouldn't make sense in Ireland, because the Irish fans would not care if a Polish guy fights anyone else but an Irishman. The Irish don't care about that, and there's no other Irish heavyweights with a UFC background like me, a 1FC background, KSW veteran, and I had as many fights as I've had. So in my opinion, it was a done deal as soon as I called out for it.
After this fight, would you like to have a title shot in KSW?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not obsessed with belts. I've already have 16 belts, so I have 16 world titles. So the more, if another one comes, then fantastic. Right now, I just concentrate on one fight at a time. If KSW offered me another belt, I would there like a shot.
And about the contract with KSW, is it for one fight or 3 or more?
No, we just re-signed with KSW for another 4 fights. So we have another 4-fight deal over 2 years. So I'm very excited to fight.
Okay, great. The last question. We know everything about your preparing and the camp, and we know everything about your future fight with Mariusz Pudzianowski. I know that we are going to meet a lot of time before the fight. But as you think, what do you think about this fight? How do you like to fight with Mariusz? Will it be at the ground, or maybe it will be a lot of striking and kicking?
Well, to be honest, this is something that we can't give away just yet, but this is a full MMA fight, and I train complete. I train as much on the ground, I train my wrestling, I train my cage work, I train my Thai boxing and my boxing. So I don't train all these things just to be one dimension. If someone else is one dimension, I'll expose their weaknesses. So it's pointless to go out there and go 50-50 if that's the case. I don't believe Mariusz is 50-50 with me striking. I believe he's a strong boxer, a tough competitor, and a very athletic person. He's not a Thai boxer, he's not a jiu-jitsu guy, he's not a wrestler. Yeah, he said that he can take down anybody whenever he likes. I don't believe that.
Okay, and about the second fight of the evening, what do you think? What's your type for the fight from Mateusz Gamrot and Norman Park?
I believe Norman Park will win the fight. Norman is not only a friend of mine, but I was already a fan of his. He's a great fighter with a lot of experience. I believe the first fight he won, it was extremely close, and I think this time, it's very hard to call. But of course, as a fight fan, I would say I'd like to see Norman win. But they're so closely matched. It really depends on who turns up on the day.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.